Here's the things that we can afford: the Iraq-Afghanistan war, the Wall Street bailouts, big oil subsidies, and the F-35 program. Things we can't afford, healthcare, infrastructure, public transport, education, renewable energy, clean environment, feeding the poor, and public elections. Those are the shit we can't afford.
Those gifts won't be under the tree this year. Maybe next year.
And Meghan McCain...
Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. She earned her place.
She's a very accomplished woman who managed to pull off being one of John McCain's sperm. That is a big deal. So the first time I ever saw Meghan McCain, she was on the Bill Maher show, and she was saying that Barack Obama is blaming the Bush administration too much. She said that.
The Obama administration really has to stop completely blaming everything on its predecessor, completely. And I really am sick of hearing, oh, well, we were handed this, I know, everyone knows, but we need to move on. Same thing, the theme with me, we need to move on.
You think that's what Obama's doing? You think he's doing?
I do, to a degree.
So now Paul Begala is on the panel. Paul Begala, who is a lefty, and he says, no, I think that they should blame the Bush administration more. And here we go.
Well, not to enough of a degree. I'm sorry, not nearly enough. Ronald Reagan blamed
So he just said Ronald Reagan blamed Jimmy Carter every day for 8 years. And so that's his comeback to Meghan McCain. Now, Meghan McCain at that time thought it was clever for her to say, I wasn't born then yet, because she's younger than everyone on the panel. But watch what happens. Here we go.
In the speech, what President Bush said, one of the things he's had to adjust
I wasn't born yet, so I don't know.
Well, God, that's... I wasn't born during the French Revolution, but I know about it.
Sorry, I yelled.
Yeah.
Look at that face he's making. That's a knockout face.
Yeah, that's a. Oh, you feel me now.
Can you imagine saying, don't talk to me about anything before 1984?
Before I was born?
I can't.
Before I was
can't
born?
comment on that.
So here she is on The View, and Ocasio-Cortez, what's that?
She's the spew of The View.
Yeah. Oh, that should be a T-shirt. The spew of The View. Oh, we're going to make those. All right, we're going to make those. Okay, no problem. And so Meghan McCain is upset about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, too, and she starts going fucking crazy. Watch what she says.
Problem with socialism, in the words of Margaret Thatcher, at a certain point you run out of spending other people's money.
So what she is good at is repeating talking points somebody told her, right? She doesn't think for herself. She doesn't have an original thought in her head. And she just repeats shit. And she just repeated, somebody said, oh, Margaret Thatcher said. What did Margaret Thatcher say?
Problem with socialism, in the words of Margaret Thatcher, at a certain point you run out of spending other people's money.
Margaret Thatcher said, at a certain point you run out of spending other people's money. You know what else Margaret Thatcher said? Margaret Thatcher said the principle that adequate health care should be provided for all, regardless of ability to pay, must be the foundation of any arrangement for financing the health service. She also said that.
Oh, my God.
That's what also Margaret Thatcher said. You fucking dummy.
I mean, but when you can use Margaret Thatcher against us, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know, but whatever Margaret Thatcher said, I don't understand it because I wasn't born then.
Here we go. Here she is.
Problem with socialism, in the words of Margaret Thatcher, at a certain point you run out of spending other people's money. Venezuela, one of the richest countries in the world in the 70s. Now, the average Venezuelan has lost 24 pounds because they're starving to death. 90% of the country is living in poverty.
I think she's talking more about Scandinavia than Venezuela.
I'm sorry. This is what I need from her. Name one country that socialism has ever worked.
Okay, now Joy is about to do that, and she's going to ignore it. Okay, name one country where socialism has worked. Ready?
Also, every democratic socialist who is going on TV saying that it's good needs to start
Denmark, Norway,
paying 90%.
Finland. She says Finland. When Joy Behar can debunk you simply by saying the names of countries, it's time for you to stop fucking talking.
Also, when Joy Behar is doing that, it means we're starting to win.
Yes, that is what that means.
Iceland.
On your tax form.
Iceland.
No, on your tax
Joy.
form. On your tax form, I think you should start paying the amount of taxes that every socialist in this country thinks you need to. Because if you think the government is so good at spending money, look at the Vietnam.
Yeah, that's right. You should be paying the same amount of money in taxes that I should be paying on the money I inherited.
Because it is dangerous.
I just told you several countries that do it. But besides,
I'm sorry.
hold on a minute.
Hold on.
Everybody, God bless you all.
I hate that.
Hold on. I know you hate the belt. Then everybody stop talking over each other, and I won't hit the belt.
With a population of 300,000 people, in any way, in no way can be related in any way comparably to the United States of America. I'm sorry. If you think it's good, then you need to be paying the amount of taxes that in
Let her get her thing and go ahead.
Because it's petrifying to me that this is being normalized.
It petrifies her that it gets normalized that we might have fucking health care for everybody.
This is the greatest argument for 100% estate tax I've ever seen.
Ever.
Just 100%. No, if your kids are that great, they'll be able to do what you did and fucking build yourself up from your bootstraps. Come on, let's see him go. Let's see your fucking spawn kick ass in America. Let's go.
Meghan McCain is so white, she was given an honorary degree to teach yoga.
Someone said the problem with capitalism is that at some point you run out of your parents' money.
Yes. Bam!
Her biggest claim to fame is that her dad's a war criminal.
Yep.
That's why she's famous.
She's like the type of person who would spend the entire first date bitching about the restaurant. That's who she is.
And can we get the Venezuela trope out of the way that all conservatives follow a meme on Reddit that says, look at Venezuela, they're eating rats. Venezuela was an underdeveloped country that had a resource curse, and it's been under attack for the last 20 years from the U.S. empire. The U.S. is the richest country in the history of the fucking world. So if it actually switched to, worker-owned cooperative-based system, it would actually be monumental, nowhere near what Venezuela is at all. So these people are just despicable.
I'm sorry, if you would just go ahead and just be able to name me just one country. I'm just totally sorry about that.
Go look at the fucking food program that they started to combat this fucking nightmare that the rich capitalists are thrusting upon them. Like, it's fucking impressive as shit.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, if you dig into it and read about it, you're like, the way they're fighting back against these capitalist motherfuckers is impressive. Also, you know what I never realized about capitalism? I never really... At some point, all the rich people start having stupid fucking kids. Then the stupid fucking kids are put in places of power, and then it's a fucking shit show.
That actually is the truth. It's the third generation. The third generation of rich people is worthless.
Worthless. They're dumb,
fucking
useless
worthless
human beings, and they're fucking in charge of
Look at
everything.
Joe Kennedy.
Yeah, and billionaires used to be...
Oh, no, he's great. He's against everything.
He's still afraid of pot. Joe Kennedy. By the way, Meghan McCain, I love that she put that school teacher with a coke problem outfit on. And Megan, if Medicare for all and education for all scares you, here this person says, I have some more words that will scare the shit out of you. Roads, bridges, police, government, libraries, armed forces, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, free and appropriate public education, firefighters, stoplights, Amtrak, Coast Guard, and ICE, which Republicans love.
Remember when Meghan McCain went on a big tour with Michael Ian Black?
What?
Yeah, she went on a big book tour with them. They tried to join forces, you guys, and really...
Yeah, Michael Ian Black has lost his fucking mind. He makes funny jokes about popsicles, but when he starts to talk about politics, he sounds like fucking Fred Flintstone. I love Michael Ian Black, but he's way out of his fucking lane when
Plus,
Michael
fuck
Ian
him.
fucking
He made
Black.
$1 million being a puppet in the .com boom. Fuck him.
Yeah, I
Fuck
say
you,
fuck
Michael
him.
Ian Black.
By the way, Meghan McCain, I just want to let you know, from Gallup, Americans with government health plans are the most satisfied. So that's who I want fucking running my health care. Okay, thank you. And by the way, Meghan McCain is rich because her dad is a millionaire. Her dad is a millionaire because he married her, a beer heiress. She wants to talk about running out of other people's money, but literally nobody in her immediate family actually earned anything.
Not to mention that John McCain's the guy who actually forgot how many fucking houses they owned. Not because he was senile. This was way long ago. He actually just has so many that they just forgot.
He forgot how many houses he owned. Folks, I smoke a lot of pot. But I could smoke a pound of the best shit in the world. And you ask me how many houses I own? Highway would know. Jimmy, how many houses do you own? I own half a house. And if I forget to clear my browsing history, I'll own 0 houses.
I saw you in front of Costco, and you were like, "Do I live here?" So it might be too much with the pot.
Glenn Greenwald said, speaking for myself, if I were running a political party, I would not want the face of it to be a child of extreme wealth who inherited her parents' money and monetized their fame screaming about the evils of less fortunate kids getting health care and being able to pay for college. Yeah.
And yet the Democrats are so lame, it works.
Yes, it is. Right. Soledad O'Brien says, full-on freakout. She tweets out that what I just showed you, and Meghan McCain got upset. She goes, get a life, Soledad. I'm passionate and don't want my grandkids growing up in a socialist nation. And someone said, imagine being so passionate about making sure other people's kids grow up without health care.
That's great.
It's so easy. It's just so easy. They're so fucking...
Did you see this story? Mom of a woman who died. Medics assumed their daughter couldn't afford an ambulance ride. That's a true story. And I said Meghan McCain applauded the medics' fiscal restraint, saying, at some point, we're going to run out of other people's money. I know, it's sad. It's true. By the way, here's what all this Russiagate leads to. So this is, just going to say it, if you are throwing your weight behind Bernie 2020, you are virtually ensuring another 4 years of Trump. You are also getting in bed with the Russians. 4,000 retweets. 4,000 retweets. And here's James Comey. Democrats, please don't lose your minds and rush to the socialist left. The president and his Republican Party are counting on you to do exactly that. America's great middle wants sensible, balanced, ethical. So if this is all about Ocasio-Cortez. Meghan McCain's freak out. That fucking woman's freaks out. And James Comey. It's all about, oh my God, they might do something for fucking the most of the people. And James Comey, by the way, and he knows what he's talking about. Socialism is bad because he fucking made $13 million as a lawyer for fucking Wall Street, that cocksucker. He's a fucking cocksucker. Fuck him, and I'm saying cocksucker in a gender-neutral way. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed. Even if you think you are, you're probably not. It only takes a second to check, and then you have to ring that bell so they send you a notification when we drop a new video. Otherwise, they won't tell you when we drop new videos. And if you like our show, please help support it. Become a patron. We give you hours of bonus material every week, and we give a live stream. We do a live stream every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time when you could ask us questions, and we answer them back. Thanks for your support.